In the coming weeks and months, it's going to be our job to work hard to make sure people know that what happened on this infamous day is a threat to everyone who is not a millionaire or a billionaire. Yes. There's a reason why we call this a General Assembly, not merely a rally or a protest, which it is obviously. We called it a General Assembly because we believe that what we're dealing with is a dictatorship of bankers. And that democracy is a thin facade that if you blow it, you'll find out it really doesn't exist. You know, almost 80 years ago, Adolf Hitler pushed out what the bankers and the German industrialists considered a weak government. It was weak because it would not wage war on the workers and the poor. And they needed their own version of a quote-unquote Tea Party. And so they got behind Adolf Hitler. People didn't know it, just like some people don't know who's behind the Tea Party. And this was the beginning of fascism in much of Europe. I'm not saying that that's what we're facing. I'm only saying history teaches us some things. I don't know what pain will be felt and by whom as a result of these $2 to $3 trillion in cuts that the Democratic Party and the White House just rolled over and let the right wing push on them. We'll find that out. The more important thing, sisters and brothers, is only the beginning. What happened today is that politics has come full circle. Forget about the unemployed. Forget about anybody in need. That's not what's important. Cutting the deficit. Let's see if we can get the steamroller rolling. Roll over public education. Roll over Medicaid and Medicare, Social Security, daycare, everything that people need, everything that's socially useful. And let's just pull all that money back and give it to Goldman Sachs, Citibank, Wall Street, Wells Fargo, dictatorship of the banks. When that happens, clearly we've gone beyond protest. It's not enough just to say, save this, save that. That's important. We must say that this government does not represent the people. It's proven that. Both parties, and we have to consider them illegitimate. I haven't read the Constitution in a day or two, but I believe there's a provision in the Bill of Independence that says if the government acts tyrannically, you have the right to replace it. Yeah. And so this General Assembly is a continuation of what's going on all around the world, from Cairo to Greece to Madrid. People are waking up and saying these governments who claim to be democratic are really dictatorships of bankers. And so we must have real democracy from the grassroots. And they're calling General Assemblies outside of Parliament. And that's what we're doing here in the financial district. Lord help us. We're going to need this powerful movement. And maybe if we're committed and determined enough, we will establish popular democracy before it's too late. Let's not confuse form for substance. You know, there'll be a time, sometime soon, when we will exercise grassroots democracy. We'll be out here in larger numbers. And we won't just be coming here for an hour, or an afternoon, or an evening. I mean, where was Bloomberg Bill leading? We stayed there almost 3 weeks. If sisters and brothers in some other country can come by the thousands and pitch tents and prepare food and have medicine and water and have a social service network to sustain whatever people need in a massive occupation, then we got to learn how to do that too. My point is that when we do that, which I might add is our constitutional right, hello, our right, there might be a lot of things going on occupied territory.
That's right.
So let's get used to each other. That may be the best path to unity.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So I think most people are over here.
17 because, you know, people heard about it in different ways. It's a little mysterious, but it seems like it's got some momentum. Is that a safe assumption? This, you know, September 17th is what's happening. And the other thing is
This is assembly.
when we meet, when the outreach committees meet, we're going to have to reach out to the trade unions. We're going to have to reach out to the community organizations. And I'm going to tell you right now, some of them don't know you, they don't look like you, they don't think like you, but you're going to have to find a way to make room for them and make them feel comfortable. And not just say, it's our way or the highway. But that's up to you if you want to build a movement. Finally, there's this event on, on Friday, food stamps, stop the cuts of food stamp programs, protest and press conference in front of the federal building at what time? If you haven't got the flyer, get there.
11 to 1.